We're here with Erica Enders and Richard Freeman from Elite Motorsports. You guys have been a dynamic duo for years at this point. Richard, we'll start with you. I mean, take me back to you were running IHRA, and how was that for you to go from? Was it hard for you to go from the the driver aspect to wanting to be just a team owner?
No, I mean, I always had my sights set on NHRA Pro Stock. Just never could financially afford to do that. So while I enjoyed driving, I knew there was a time where I needed to either take a owner role, set back and watch some of these people that can do it way better than I can, and that happened in the end of 2013. Eric and I got together and talked about doing something, and she was pretty loyal to the people that had brought her to the table, and so she finished what she was doing, and then 2014, everybody kind of knows the story from there. It's been a dream come true for all of us.
And for Erica, you'd been in the sport for a couple years at that point, and in 2014, you have the opportunity to run for Richard. Obviously you'd had success before. Just what was it about Richard, the team, even though they're just getting their feet out from under them? Just what was it about the team in general that you're like, yeah, I want to join that group?
Well, I had kind of come and hung out with them for the year prior. My ex used to drive for Richard, so we got to know each other pretty well, and I knew that it was a fun environment, and they had already established a lot of really great team chemistry, and that's something that you can't manufacture, that you can't buy. So that was a big aspect of it that attracted me to it, but just kind of Richard's vision for what he wanted to do, and I've been around a lot of pretty successful people, but I've not met many like Richard that take big risks and get big rewards, and sometimes it doesn't go that way, but he's done some pretty spectacular things over the last 12 years that we've been together. So just the team aspect of it, honestly, like I've driven for a couple of large teams in my past, and to come over here with a startup and go out and win the World Championship our first year together, I think it speaks volumes for what they're capable of, and he gave me a chance to let my talent shine where I didn't have to worry about a lot of other things on the backside of it, and I think that's kind of just where the stars aligned, and we hit the ground running, and 12 years later, we've won 6 championships in 10 years, so I think we've done pretty well. We have a lot of work in front of us, and we're excited about it.
And you always hear like the ebbs and flows, like some years you can't be stopped, and other years it's like nothing goes right, and I know you had a couple times last year, and you're still trying to get back to where championship performance this year. Just how hard is it to balance knowing that is going to swing the other way at some point, but also just kind of being like grounded, knowing all right, it's going to be all right. We'll start with you, Richard.
Well, I think the first thing is just understanding the people, and we believe that we have the best people, and we treat it as a family, and at the end of the day, this doesn't define who we are. All of us have different things that we love to do, and so we spend a lot of time prioritizing what is important. And we have struggled this year, and we struggled last year, to be honest with you. We had an opportunity to win a championship with Aaron last year. Fell short of that, but we've had lots of things within our program that have come to us that we had to handle. Mark Ingersoll had a double lung transplant. Jake, one of my lead engine builders, has cancer. He's battling that now. I got a brother that's on the kidney transplant list, and there's just a lot of things, and so it really makes you understand that this isn't just everything. And if it wasn't for our great partners, Jason and Nikki Johnson and Mark Melling and people like that, Mark Stock, Seth, I can't name them all, C-Tech, just their families and the support that we've had, to not have any pressure, it means a ton. And so, I don't even know what the question was, but the answer is, it doesn't matter. We've been up, we've been down, and we're fighting back right now, and we will be back at the top. We just got too many good drivers and too many good people. So ups and downs.
And for you, just kind of handling those ups and downs, and it seems like this is such a family, oriented group. And for you, how does that really help you, and kind of help, kind of dig your feet in and know that we're going to get there, some way somehow.
Well, the family aspect of it is the most important part. You go around any pit at the drag races, and for the most part, it's family. They race because their father raced, because their grandfather raced, and same thing for Richard, same thing for myself. I grew up racing it because my dad did it. And if you keep family and the good Lord at the forefront of it, I think it keeps you straight. But the pendulum always swings in the other direction, and we've had a lot of fun and a lot of success, and sometimes you got to pay the universe back for that. That's what I believe, and I know that they can't keep us down forever. And what a lot of people forget is the 7 years at the beginning of my career that I went winless. Like, you just got to have the staying power. You got to believe in what you're doing and know that the tides are going to turn. But you can't just, you have a lot of big money guys that come out here and they think you can write a check for a trophy. And I think that's what's so cool about our sport is you got to earn it.
I'll start with you, Richard. If you had to describe each other one word, what would it be? You can do a sentence if you want, but
We can censor it?
Yeah.
No, a sentence.
Oh, a sentence?
Sentence, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you could censor, like beep it out, because I was just going to say, I can use a nice word, screwed up.
What about you?
Well, I was going to be nice, but never mind. Jackass.
What would be the nice word, like, then?
I just appreciate his vision and his work ethic. Like, he's a good leader. If I had to pick a couple words, it'd be a good leader, because he keeps us all swimming in the same direction. And that's not easy at times when you have a lot of talent out here and a lot of ego, and he kind of keeps it all in check.
Yeah, her strong points are loyalty. I don't have to worry about her going somewhere else, or she's very loyal, and to me, I'll take that anytime.
And I'm always interested, because you see Pro Stock, how close it is. You don't have to deal with the nitro and that, the X factor with that. And you guys are still able to crank out wins, 6 championships. How much harder is that? And how do you find that edge in a class that's so tight the way it is?
$1 million question.
Well, I think it's people. It's not one person. It's not just a driver. It's everyone, and we work really hard to make sure that all of our people are appreciated. There's nobody lesser than or whatever. So at the end of the day, it's 100% about people.
And what about you, Erica? What's kind of that? Would you kind of echo what he said, or?
Absolutely. My quote of the decade is, "People are the most important part of the puzzle," and it's so true, because you can have a lot of talent, and you see it at other teams, like great crew chiefs or great drivers, or, but unless you put them all together and get them to have that same vision, it doesn't work out. And that was the case for the couple of teams that I drove for prior to here, because there was always ego. There was always somebody trying to snake what you were working for. So it's nice to have people that are loyal, like he said, but that have a common goal and will do whatever it takes to get there. So it is competitive. It's tight out here. 16 car fields are separated by just a couple hundredths of a second. So we all work hard most of us within the same set of rules, and we just try to do the best we can.
And I'm always curious, you see these teams, they may have 2-3 cars, but I'm sure you get asked a lot, just how do you handle 8 cars and balancing that? Because I'm sure you can get spread thin depending on, if something's going wrong on one car or whatsoever.
Definitely get spread thin, but at the end of the day, our sport has changed dramatically. Not just our sport, just every sport, where, the days of somebody having their own engine program or doing all this stuff, or having the people, again, we circle back to people. There's only so many people that can do the job and do it correctly, and so that at Elite Motorsports, these aren't all my cars. We offer a service, and I think that's something that needs to be spread about. Same thing with KB, they do the exact same thing. So it's not, while we say Team Elite, we do that to make sure that everybody stays in one circle, but the Quadras. They own all their own stuff. We provide a service to them, and so while our sport's just a little bit different in that arena, and that's what we do, and it makes it special. But as far as keeping it all together, all about people.